This is just 2 cups of water in here for right now. And the reason we only do 2 cups is because that's all that water. And these things should actually be reused. So I'm going to pour that in here as well. Man, there's no liquid that has come out. In this video today, I'm going to be talking about the travel joints. I'm going to show a few examples of how they work and take apart. Whenever somebody does use the bathroom, I'll be in trouble. But joints are the emergency urinals that are good to carry inside the vehicle. Now the ones I have here, this is what I hold my hand right now. There's one that's probably about 6 years old. I've carried them around with me always in my backpack just in case I need them. The other 2 boxes that you see here, I just sent a word of these and get these in yesterday for Amazon. This one here, the big pack, is a 6-pack of urinals, very similar to this one right here. This bag over here, though, the smaller box, these are a little bit different, which I will be trying out. I'll open the box here a little bit, I haven't opened them up, and actually physically looked at them. But the smaller box there is supposedly 5 bumping bags made of exactly the same material these portable urinals have. And basically it's a material that makes liquid turn into gel as soon as it contacts. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the video and we'll do a few experiments. The first one I'm going to try out is this travel gel that I've had for a while. Like I said, I've kept this backpack and it's probably a little over 6 years old. Now the way these are supposedly work when you open these up, but I can hardly get a grip on them. Push it in from the back and the whole thing supposedly folds out just a little bit and it works better if I have the right grip on there. There it comes up. Like I said, rolls right on to a nice bag. And in these, they're supposed to hold 28 ounces. And the way they work, inside of here is another little bag. And it holds the gel. Now pull that out. Well, as soon as I can get a grip on that, I guess you'd say. I tell you what, how about we put my camera down? I'll let my mom grab that one out for us real quick. Now she's gonna pull it up. I could not get my fingers in there. Get a good grip of that little bag. Let's get that little bag and pull it right on out. Alrighty. This is what does the magic inside the bag. This here's the stuff that actually will turn any liquid into gel. And all it is a very small bag. You might even be able to see a little bit of chemical that's in there. But like I said, this is what just does the magic for this travel joint. And now to show you a little demonstration of how it works is what we did. I've got a bowl here filled with about 24 ounces of liquid. And that liquid just water, but we put a little bit of food coloring in there. Just that way it'd be a little bit easier to see. And I'm gonna take that same bag and I'm gonna drop it right inside and we're gonna see how fast it turns to gel. Here we go. If I want to miss the bag, or ball would probably be better. But here we go. And you can tell that back inside there is already turned to gel there. And it should suck up that water fairly quickly. But like I said, this one's about 3 years old. I know it's actually about 6 years old. And I really don't want to swirl it around too much with my fingers. So because I don't want to get blue fingers. Do we get like a spoon or something I can swirl it around with? Grab a spoon here, that way I can swirl it around just a little bit. So it sucks up the water just a little bit easier. And of course now it doesn't want to move over.
I just flip it over.
That'll work too. And of course, when it's in the bag, it's going to be a little bit easier for it to suck out chemicals. It's like a big liquid, but this is actually doing a lot better than what I thought it might do. And at least it does act fairly quickly. And do keep in mind, if you're using the bathroom, most of the time these bags don't suck, get right in there. And you can see all the liquid is held in there. Doesn't want to drip out or anything. I'm fairly certain she doesn't want me to throw this around, but it holds that liquid in there firmly. If I want to, I can even put it in there. I'm thinking of what's a little left fluid in there. There's actually a little bit more room in here for a little bit more fluid, but
You got a hole in it.
yeah, a small hole. But nonetheless, very similar to the diaper. If it did smell of water in there, it's not going to release that smell. But we'll go ahead and put that one to a side here. Is that right down here for now there in the sink? And I'm actually going to raise this bowl out. We're going to try it again, but this time I'll use one of the new ones in here. We'll see how well that goes. Just 1 second and we'll get that ready for you. That's what I've done here. I've got that dip in the bag of new ones. I've gotten this one out and I've got the little bag out. By the way, these come now in packs of 3. It's a big box and there were 2 packs of 3. One thing that was neat, these come with little moist towelettes as well. And
I put them back in the bag.
okay, they're back in the box and we'll show that to you get here shortly. But anyways, this is the new chemical right here. Not too long at all, just, well, about a long games on the hat. These are brand new for me. But once again, put it back into the bowl here with the same amount of liquid in there. And of course, let that swirl around in there just a little bit. And like I said, this is actually fairly quick absorbing. And of course, I'm also thinking whenever somebody does use the bathroom, that I'll use it all at once. Nobody should go through all this. It'd take probably a minute or so for somebody to urinate this much. But anyways, flip this around here. If I get a good grip on it, and it gels up fairly quickly. As you see here, this just up is what does the main trick for this urinal. Here in a second, I will actually fill one of these up, leave it in the bag, and I'll fill up again with water. And we'll see how well quickly it works in there to be completely leak-proof. And as you see, this one here is actually sucked up all the water in there. It doesn't drip or anything like that. Sucks up also very nicely. This one does a little bit better as the one we had before. A small hole in the back. And of course, if I drop the glass there, I'll be in trouble. But no leaking whatsoever. And then we can put this anywhere and drop it in our beds. Doesn't leave any liquid on there. Very well. Alright, now I'll go ahead and show you what it's like to use my Micella bag. And when I get it out of the urinal, this time we're gonna leave the control bag inside this plastic bag and pour liquid in there. But before I do, when I opened up this bag, it had traveled moist towelettes in there, which I thought were neat to go ahead and show. So I gotta break out a few of those and show you what they were. Anyways, that came out of the big box. I'll go ahead and fill this one up with water, and I'll show you how they work with that. And we'll also go ahead and show you the vault bags next as well. Just gotta pour the water in here. This is just 2 cups of water in here for right now. And the reason we only do 2 cups is because that's all that will hold right now in the measuring cup. So go ahead and refill the measuring cup. Get a little more of a cup of water in there, be fine. And these things should actually be reused. So I'll go ahead and pour that in here as well. So now we have roughly 24 ounces of liquid in this little cup here. And it feels like it's already gelled up there. Let's see if it gives me any liquid out when I dump it into the bowl. And there's no liquid that has come out. So this liquor absorbed up fairly quickly for us. And this one here, of course, is liquid water. The way I do. After we're done with it, we just throw it away. As you can tell, they don't the bags and stuff. Do not leak at all. Those over there, the blue colored, are actually the ones we used earlier. This is the fresh one that we just used. And like I said, you just throw these right in the garbage. Turns into like a little gel. It'd be fun to play with, but of course, it's yours. You probably don't want to play with it. We'll show you the vault bag next. And this here is my other bag that we got. These are actually the vault bags, but they can be used for urinal and all that as well. And these would be great for if you have children, keep them in the car, because you know how it is. You can't go more than an hour car trip without somebody having to go to the bathroom. These would solve that issue for you. And hopefully these are going to be fairly simple for me to open because they are to be easy enough for a kid. These say tear them open, so it looks like it's going to tear fairly easy. Tear that one open, and of course the bag is up. Zip it open, and we're going to give it a tear up in there.
So these are for if you're sick, you can actually throw up in that.
Actually, a bobber bag. It's similar to the ones you find on airplanes, but of course these have that same gel material inside there. And then if you want to look inside the bag, there it is right there. Really same simple concept. And now we're going to pour some water in there and see how well it works.
This is 2 cups.
2 cups of water, yep, right there. Needs to work very well if you're already getting sick in there. We'll add some more water in there as well.
1 more cup next.
And look at the bag, it looks like it's already absorbed in there. Gonna put a little bit more to come in there, whatever it is there.
1 more cup.
Go down, let's drip up. And what it looks like is already absorbed. Yeah, up. So a little bit left there to absorb in there. Now looks like it's out there. And put it up. There's a little bit in there, but now let's pull the whole bag out there. I'm gonna see how much is left. Well, out of all the bags, this one seems to be the one that didn't fill up. But nonetheless, we have tried 3 different bags, and they all filled up with gel. It's actually a lot of liquid there that's already stoked up for us. Yeah, but let's look at that one. But nonetheless, these work very well for emergency use. I personally won't lie, I've used these before. I didn't really care to use them, but they work in emergency. There's something around that's better to have. Let's see, how they say it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So of course I always want to make sure I have it handy just in case I ever do need it. Like I mentioned, these are great for kids. And actually I heard of somebody used these when I was doing research. Her kid was sick. She left one of these in her room. The kid used it a few times. And in the morning, the room still did not smell like vomit at all. This thing does a great job of absorbing odors and all that. Just like a kid's diaper, for the main part, can absorb most of the odors in the air. However, if you just stick your nose there, you're still going to smell it. But nonetheless, they seem to do a fairly good job. Except there's just one up and squeeze it and broke it all together. Might be a good thing not to play with it. But nonetheless, these are very good deals. This one here for the long bags. Oh, but it'll link in the description. The bond bags there, they cost me a whopping $11 or so after tax.
And how many's in there?
There are 5 of these bond bags in there.
Yeah.
So basically, for the price, what's zoom out, those are actually a lot cheaper than what these urinals were. The urinals, that box right there, box of 6 of them, cost me at the time, it was around $17 or $18 after tax. Now, unless it wasn't too bad, considering the fact that I will not use these all the time, I only use these if it's an emergency. Then it's a lot better to have it, not need it, and need it and not have it. If there are any questions, please let me know what's up. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel as well. And also, if you do subscribe, let me know about it in the comments. Other than that, thank you all for watching.